Well, thank you guys. I appreciate the apology. But I'm not really it doesn't really um I didn't really need an apology because I'm more concerned about you guys and the faith and sticking together through this because oh my god, marriage is hard. From the looks of it, right? Like everybody before us, it's just it's really hard. So uh, rather than focusing on the negative, focus on the things that you guys have in common. You don't want to do this for optics. So like you have a woman, you have got one of God's daughters. Like I knew she was true back then because she did some real stuff. So she's real. And for her to want to drop everything for you guys, that's real. So in order for you to be all in, leverage isn't supposed to be in a relationship. Like you're not supposed to be keeping tabs and stuff like that. I'm sure you know this or not. I don't really know you personally, so it's like from the few interactions that I've seen you have and your appearances on the show, I can't really gauge. I know that you're a bit rude, but I don't I like that I mean you're a man of God, so we're all trying to become better. The antagonization is something you can do without. Like when you're following Jesus, it's like I'm only swinging back now because like I've been doing like years of just like letting stuff slide. So every interaction doesn't need a response. You're gonna learn this if you pick up a trade. That's why I encourage everyone to pick up a trade because I can tell how your relationship is by the way you work and labor. I can tell it off bucks. Like if I can tell if you're gonna put in work or if you're not. I can tell if you want somebody else to carry your work or if not. Um, you gotta cut off all emotional attachments that you have outside of your marriage, outside of your relationship, because you're gonna fall. Like we're men, you gotta fall. You gotta go rigorous with this. Once you have especially you have a kid, don't nothing else matter. Like I wouldn't even be on any social media at all because like you gotta focus and you got a baby girl, so that's gonna be challenging. Of course. um don't hold like the submitting thing over her head too much because she has to have someone to submit to. Like they're trying to paint this picture that we're all Christians, that like we're all that's why I'm gonna say this. That's why Erica was like nitpicking, because it's trying to say that Charlie was nitpicking, implying that he was nitpicking because we're Christians and that we're trying to get them to be perfect. And they think that we're still the old men that were before us, like, oh, don't put that on, don't wear that, don't do that, don't do that. When that's not the case. It's just like you said, well, I'll say that's not the case. We we're experiencing a shift. That's why they were losing so bad. That's why they had to do this. So if you're on the side of wanting it to be better, wanting this relationship to be better, your marriage to be better and prosper, you gotta let go of this mentality, because it's not all sexual. It's not like, that's what you have to like, you have to realize and take it super slow. Like, when it's times like this, you gotta go slow. Like, it's the Christmas time, so everything should be happy and exciting, but don't be faking. So like, really be quiet and just be still and just let her do, and just study. That's what you have to do. You have to study. Don't say a word. Don't get mad at nothing. don't get too mad at nothing. Like, I don't know you personally, so you have to like use your judgment, but don't be too critical right now. Of course, I would advise you to, this is what I would say. Forget that I said don't be too critical, because that's like, forget that. This is what I'm gonna say. Grab a good book and abstain from sex until like Valentine's Day or something. Make it special, Y'all have to be on the same page. Abstain, or I don't know, do it within the next year sometime. You don't gotta do what I say. I don't want you to do exactly what I'm saying. I dislike when people like structure out things for someone to do at a certain time. Like, do you when the time is necessary. But get a good book, and when you sit and you read and you become, you start having the sexual thoughts and you start getting a little antsy, hit the gym, run, go for a walk, and do that. That should help you a lot. I'm only saying this because of the lifting up part was kind of like, what you're implying. So you don't want to be doing this like for show, because that's what the VP just did when he just explained whatever just happened. Like, he had his because trying to maintain my optics of that we're together, holding a glass of champagne and stuff, like still using liquor courage. Like, you don't want to be that guy. And I'm not trying to be negative. I just wish he would step down at this point. But you don't want to be the one that's doing it for optics. If y'all need to take a break from the podcast, like, take a break. Like, prioritize your marriage. Walking with God, like, I'm in this with y'all too. Like, regardless of what they say, they're always trying to humble me. Just because I say I'm the boss, and that's prideful, that like I'm beating guys. I'm obviously being humble. My boss was right there with me on the roof. Like, I'm gonna be right there with you. The reason why I came to lead is to be right there with you. Like, so you can't tell me to be a leader and be mad that I'm leading this way, or it's like, you have to understand my leadership and get to know what I'm bringing to the forefront. So, walking with Jesus, I I would like, or I would implore you to pick out it's hard because like this is something I need to get more personal with you with, because one-on-one, because I don't really know you and know things about you. So having a walk with, I'm not just gonna tell you scripture or paragraph that, or a chapter or a book that I don't really know you, and so plus I gotta learn the book myself. So yeah, I hope you could pick up something from this. Doing something, yeah, I guess being disciplined and consistent. Yeah, meal prep. I'm not sure what you see. It's like I need to know you personally, you know. But we're not helping people. We're assisting people, because help is like you're in a position of an inferior position or something like. But assisting is like, okay, you just need a hand and something, you got it. And also, so assistance and clarity, and you need clarity to bring not love but clarity, uh, a clear analysis of the entire situation, because just throwing love on something is like someone's playing the empathy. They could play the empathy like, excuse me, like Shawty yesterday will come up, and I'm thinking like she'll just let me read the word to her, but the whole time this is this is Ari trying to talk to me or give me a perspective of like what I'm curious to what you need me to know. So I'm engaging. That's the reason why I listen. If I would have knew it was about their version of perfect made or whatever, and the job or whatever, I would have just shut it down, because look, the Bible is the true way. You understand? So like they did that empathy thing, and I'm like, okay, saying that, oh, I'm just connected. She's just connected to it, and it's like, I hope Erica don't try and do that. Like, you're just connected to it, because we all know that like you gotta go deeper than that. What do you mean you're connected to what? In particular, like you gotta tell the truth and the whole truth. And we're not going for no half story, no made up story, because it's been two months now, and of course you can make up a story by now. So the empathy thing, you gotta know the love thing, you gotta know the whole situation clearly, so you can make a sound judgment. This is why getting into the gym is first and foremost. You got to get up, get in the gym, hit the gym first, or read the Bible, hit the gym, get your meal, and just start putting in some action, because like it's not that you need the coffee in the morning, but it's like this is just something I do. Like you gotta, when you wake up, it shouldn't be any hatred towards your partner. It shouldn't be a hassle to do anything for your partner. You just gotta do it. Like if men go into the trade, they'll realize this. My position is clear. I'm consistent in what my message. I've been consistent this whole year. Carpentry, like doing, no one's dibbling and dabbling in any of these. I learned to mud. I learned to do flooring. I learned to frame. I learned to what else could I say? Well, these three things help me frame out a basement and furnish a basement. So if I would have just stopped and not tried the mud, then I would have to need someone to come mud for me. So what you do when you're when you're taking on another task or another thing, you focus when you have other skills that you want to learn, you give 100% in everything that you do. So I frame as good as I mud. I just like mudding more. I do flooring as good as I do framing, and I'll do plumbing as good as I do framing. Like, it's really, I've done backsplash as good as I do the other thing. You understand? So it's like, I came in when I was 19, and I don't want to just keep talking about myself, but this is a perspective that you have to understand that I came in. I came in seeing like, oh, okay, perfection, seeking perfection for building. And you have to understand that I come from a place that has nothing. So, or not has nothing, but is the lowest, is the poorest state. So me being in an area and then seeing Bethesda, houses in Bethesda and stuff like this, you and being welcome into these homes, you just see like, oh, okay, this is grand, this is beautiful. And then when you see the process of how it's made, I learned some tricks in the trade, and then I picked up a little bit of bad habits from some of the mentors. So those bad habits are easily ironed out. That is why I'm so passionate about getting the right leadership, because the generation behind us should be able to build immaculately, and without with a strong disciplined leader and a committed and consistent leader, they're gonna be just as good. So that's why I'm so confident and proud of my journey. And I don't know, I think you guys are in an apartment, but maybe try building something, a bookcase or something in the later year or something. Just I don't know what you do for a living, so it's like, I don't know you, but like, as for the clear message, you want to do everything how you do anything. So like, I've been consistent. Don't let no one be insecure because of how confident you are. Now, what I'm gonna end with speaking to you is, it's not her fault. So she has to have something to respect. So if you do these things and you do them to the max of your ability, to maximum, you shouldn't have to, and don't look for praise from her. It'll come. You just have to be thoughtful, study her, and do what you have to do to make sure that baby girl of yours grows up with a confident mother and a confident, a God confidence in herself, so that we don't have undisciplined and leverage driven kiddos, because that's what they're trying to push. And it's bad because like, the same people that are leveraging stuff are the kids that's like waiting for their grandmothers and grandfathers to pass, or like manipulating them and stuff. You don't want to be that type of person, like, to just antagonize the elderly all the time, and that's what they be doing. So it's like, this is a better way that you're gonna be able to serve Christ and serve your family and serve the world.